Ghislain called out to him, addressing him as the ex-captain of the Ratatosk mercenaries and referring to him by name, Ghislain. The call stopped the man in his tracks. Ghislain turned sharply, his expression a mix of surprise and caution. With a calm smile, Ghislain told him that he had long wanted to meet him. The rest of the group was stunned to learn that the seemingly destitute man before them had once led the legendary Ratatosk mercenaries, a group renowned for requiring mastery of nearly all weapons from its members. Though the group no longer existed, their valor and reputation remained so great that even knights in foreign lands knew their name. Without warning, Ghislain hurled an axe at Ghislain, the blade narrowly missing and slicing through his jacket. Alarmed, the group drew their weapons and moved to protect their master. With a menacing look, Ghislain demanded that Ghislain state his business. Belinda urged her master to step back, warning that Ghislain was unstable. Ignoring her, Ghislain mentioned the eternal punishment, causing Ghislain to freeze in shock. Ghislain revealed that he knew the cure for the incurable disease afflicting Ghislain's daughter, describing the symptoms: high fever, bloody coughing, and red spots resembling flower petals on the skin. Ghislain explained that the disease's agonizing nature earned it the name eternal punishment. He then asked if this information had piqued Ghislain's interest. Reluctantly, Ghislain stepped aside and allowed the group to enter. Inside, the sound of a girl's screams filled the house. Ghislain rushed to his daughter, Rachel, who writhed in pain on the bed. As Ghislain observed her, he concluded that it was not too late to act. In his past life, Ghislain had searched for Ghislain to recruit him, but by the time he found him, the man had lost his daughter, sold all his assets, and ultimately taken his own life. The condition of the house, bare, leaving only weapons, confirmed that Ghislain had already sacrificed everything to try to save Rachel. She is sobbing, pleaded with her father to end her suffering. Realizing the urgency, Ghislain removed his jacket and announced that he would begin treatment immediately. Before he could act, Belinda placed a hand on his shoulder, urging him to leave. She admitted that she didn't know what he intended to do, but she insisted that the disease was beyond his power. Even priests had failed to cure it, declaring it a punishment from the gods. Belinda implored him to explain how he planned to deal with such a dire illness. Ghislain brushed her hand aside, asserting confidently that he could save Rachel. Belinda was unconvinced and called out to him again. Ghislain turned to remind her of her earlier promise to trust him, which left her momentarily silent. He handed her a list of medicinal herbs and instructed her to purchase them immediately. Surprised by the items on the list, Belinda quickly carried out the task and returned with the requested supplies. For wandering mercenaries like Ghislain, survival often depended on knowledge, and while the disease, known as eternal punishment, was currently deemed incurable, a cure would eventually be discovered in the future. Ghislain, drawing on his foreknowledge, prepared to apply his unique insight to save Rachel's life. The cure quickly became a topic of great interest, especially due to its relatively simple method of preparation. Ghislain, thanks to its straightforward process, remembered it clearly. The primary challenge, however, was the exorbitant cost of the ingredients, with the fairy's blessing being the most critical and expensive component. To prepare the cure, the fairy's blessing and the herbs were finely chopped, tightly packed into a bottle, and covered with distilled alcohol. The mixture was shaken thoroughly and left to sit for a while. Afterward, the remaining ingredients were added and stirred until combined. Once the preparation was complete, Ghislain handed the purple glowing liquid to Ghislain, instructing him to let his daughter drink it. Desperation left Ghislain with no alternative. He quickly fed the liquid to his daughter, Rachel. Almost immediately, the red spots on her face began to fade, leaving everyone in the room astonished. The group could barely comprehend what they were witnessing. Ghislain, more shocked than anyone, stared in disbelief at the visible transformation. Ghislain, calm and composed, remarked that the outcome was as expected. With a trembling voice, Ghislain asked Ghislain how he had accomplished this, pointing out that even holy power had failed to cure her. Ghislain explained that divine power was not omnipotent. While it could enhance the body's vitality and regenerative capabilities to aid in combating illnesses, it was fundamentally different from a cure. Ghislain's hands trembled as he grabbed Ghislain and desperately asked if his daughter could truly be healed. Ghislain reassured him that Rachel would be fully cured within a few months. Overwhelmed, Ghislain stepped back and bowed his head in gratitude, acknowledging that Ghislain must have come to this remote place with a purpose. He confessed that all he had left was his body and offered to become Ghislain's servant or even his dog if that was what he desired. Ghislain dismissed the man's offer, stating firmly that he wanted neither a slave nor a servant. Instead, he declared that he sought the captain of the Ratatosk mercenaries. As Ghislain raised his head, he noticed something extraordinary. Ghislain's eyes shone with the ambition of a dreamer. Inspired, Ghislain stood up and grabbed an axe, using it to cut off his long ponytail. The group watched in awe and fear as the man's demeanor transformed. Without the ponytail, Ghislain looked like an entirely different person, more alive, determined, and ready to act. Moving toward his weapons, Ghislain asked if there were others accompanying Ghislain or if anyone might come looking for him. Ghislain confirmed that his group was the only one present. Ghislain then inquired whether Ghislain had enemies, to which Ghislain admitted he did and added that he would likely gain more in the future. Ghislain picked up a spear and wrapped a rope around it. With swift precision, he hurled the spear through the wooden wall of the house, sending it deep into the forest outside. The force destroyed part of the wall, and the group watched as the spear found its target. Ghislain pulled the spear back toward him using the rope, demonstrating his formidable skill. The scene left everyone in the room silent, their awe at Ghislain's transformation evident. As the spear re-entered the house, it became clear that Ghislain had spear-fished an assassin. The weapon had struck the figure directly in the chest, leaving him struggling to free himself. Without hesitation, Ghislain grabbed the assassin by the neck and demanded to know who had sent him. The assassin, revealed to be a member of the Wildcats, appeared stunned that Ghislain had detected him. Ghislain turned to Ghislain, asking what he wanted to do with the captive. Ghislain, already suspecting who had sent the assassin, placed his hand on his sword, but remarked that he had no desire to draw it again that day. Ghislain intervened, placing a hand on Ghislain's hilt to stop him. Smiling faintly, he assured Ghislain that he would handle the matter. With a swift motion, Ghislain snapped the assassin's neck, killing him instantly. Bowing respectfully, he turned back to Ghislain. Belinda, watching the scene unfold, was shaken by Ghislain's lack of hesitation in killing. She struggled to understand why her master would want to recruit someone so dangerous. Kneeling before Ghislain, Ghislain swore his loyalty, pledging to place his life in Ghislain's hands. Ghislain, recognizing the value of having such a powerful ally for his reconstruction plans, accepted the pledge with a smile, expressing his eagerness to work with Ghislain.
So, friends, this chapter comes to an end. What will happen next? We'll uncover it in the next chapter. Don't forget to rate this chapter out of 10 in the comments. We'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care and goodbye. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel.